Hi, welcome back everybody. Well, I'm in Simeon's at the moment, but this is the subject vehicle. Now, I don't have this. It's the Streiter. It's $500,000. It's back this week, of course. And it's based on a Mercedes E-Class, but it doesn't take much looking to say, well, that is not any normal E-Class. I don't own it, so I think the first thing I better do is own it. Bit of room left in the overrun / display garage, but I'm banking on at least a small subscription to GTA Plus and a 100 car garage very soon to get me out of trouble. Okay, so we'll show a picture then of what this car is actually based on. The Mercedes E-Class 4x4x2, as they've called it. There was, I believe, just one of these, so we're going to build the just one that there was. But yeah, it was a project to turn the E-Class into an off-roader. And if you look around, at least, you know, to a reasonable extent, the car's very recognisable and copied. With a lot of these E-Class type ones, we tend to get some different headlights on from a different Mercedes. That's quite usual. Okay, I figured if we're going to get this, we may as well see how it drives, because if you don't enjoy what it does in the next minute, you might not even want to look at the customization. Anyway, it's in the sports class of all things, even though it's more an off-roader. And de-acceleration it's just about okay, but it does ride the bumps well. And it does seem to corner okay. I mean, there's body lean. There's certainly nothing here to inspire me and say I must buy this car to drive. I didn't even get the racing line there. It doesn't drive too badly. Now, what I did do, this car is not fully maxed out, but I did just pop it into the workshop and put the turbo on, as the real engine is a turbocharged Mercedes unit, and I put the engine tune up to 4. The other mods don't have a massive advantage, especially if you're only like doing a couple of laps like me and you won't even get used to the car. Brakes maybe aren't fantastic based on that. And well, let's look at the lap time. 105 round here. Based on other things I take round, 105 is not great. So the car is not a fast car. It rides the bumps. It handles okay. You are not buying it to drive it. So let's move on now and actually get the car built. Okay, we're in Los Santos Customs for this one because I'll want to do the secondary paint trick. Just have a quick look up here. Bumpers, only the front. Hood, few options. That's it for customization. So if you want to do mad customization, stick wild liveries on this car, then again, it's not for you. Going on to the bumpers then. This is the one I prefer, the street bumper. It does put some chrome on. It puts a little bit of sort of matte black on. These are the right sort of shape here. It's not perfect, but it's closest, I think. For the hood, we're going to stay stock. These two creases here, of course, should be rather more curved into the middle. But as you go on down, if you add a ridged hood, you're actually insetting the middle or putting 2 ridges to try and get creases in the right place. And I think it looks worse. Then we just get vents like you haven't seen since the 70s. Some other weird vents. That's it, so stock hood. So it's going to come down really to how we paint it. Now, I'm sure you could do satin crew colours, which I've shown how to do before, but let's just keep this one nice and simple. Paint the car matte light grey first. Exit one stage, go to metallic, and spend a little bit of time in the metallics section. Exit once, exit twice, 3 times. Go to the... Oh my goodness. There's no number plate. I never expected no number plate for me to change at this point. Oh, well, there we go. Let's have some, I don't know, some xenon headlights or something. We need something. Back into respray, primary colour, and now we can do the pearlescent through that little glitch. And it's just how bright do we go, really. This is looking quite a good mix, the sort of shadow silver or the rolled steel, depending on the tint you want to put on the car. think I'll keep it subtler on Shadow Silver Pearl. Secondary colour, it just looks like a sort of carbon or shiny black roof, so let's just go classic black on here. It is affected slightly by the pearl. I don't think there's much we can do about that. Oh, wheels. Now, a little frustrating. These wheels on the car are really quite close. They're great, but they're chrome. They're not paintable. I even tried off camera. You can't paint the stock wheel on this car. So, what do you do? Well, I really want black wheels. I can't live with having chrome ones on there. There are a number of wheels that you can use. I'm not going to go through them all. I'm just going to give some hints, which is any wheel at the start of the street category is going to have about the right amount of tyre. Anything in the tuner category is going to have about the right amount of tyre. Anything in the lowrider is going to have about the right amount of tyre. But if you go into the other sportier sections, such as high-end, track, sport, SUV, these wheels are too big with rubber band tyres. That's just not right. So I think you are limited, I say, to lowrider, even muscle, tuner, or the first half of street. Or, of course, off-road. Now, the thing with off-road is they're a bit small. I have picked probably 6 different wheels that I think you could use in different classes, and by all means go through the ones I've just given you. I am actually going to go a little bit titchy because I just like the style. So in off-road, you've got a couple of choices. Firstly, Raider. The way these spokes are shaped is really nice. But quite a lot further down, I think towards the end, we get this one, Mountain Man. So we've got 5 spokes, not a million miles off the right shape, and we've got all the nuts around the outside. The whole thing is a bit too small, but for me it suits the aesthetic of what the people who developed this one were going for. The shape is closest. I also get a knobblier tyre. So for me, Mountain Man, off-road. There we go. For windows, they're definitely smoked on the car. They're really privacy glassed, sort of 60+% tint, maybe more around the back and sides. So you can easily go to light smoke. You could even go to something like dark smoke if you wanted. I think that suits the vehicle. I don't do it very often, but to reflect the privacy glass, we'll go dark smoke. Okay, let's look at this out in the sunshine. I just took it back in again to see if I was mad, but there really isn't a license or a number plate change available on this car, which is just, it's a bonkers, and it's front and back, and that is annoying. Let's be honest, that is annoying. I think now we've got proper sunshine up. I think that is just the right amount of pearlescent. I wouldn't want any less, but then when I look at it picking up on the roof, I don't think I'd want any more as well. I think this has come out looking rather good. I didn't just buy it for the video. I have decided I'm going to keep this car. I don't quite know how collections are going to work. There's no room in any of them at the moment, not in Mercedes, not in off-road, not in one-offs or prototypes. So I don't know where it's going, but we'll do some expansion later with GTA Plus and find out where on earth to store this. But yeah, I think this is a rather fun car for your collection if you've got the room, and if you don't mind just doing a few quick tricks, a satin paint, and that's it as far as your customization goes. Anyway, like if you liked it, subscribe if you like real cars in GTA. Hope this satisfies the person who asked for the build on the car. And above all, thank you so much for watching.